So welcome back, everybody. I'm so impressed by how you have continued with very little guidance on dramatically big and different changes. You found your way to a better place each and every day on your campuses. It is phenomenal. And I think what you'll hear from David today is you'll get some more ideas about what these new standards mean and what the new arc for education for all of our youth actually means and represents in America. Not just in Fresno, but in America. We drive what happens in this community for better or worse. It is what the 10,000 people gathered here in your regional colors with the spirit in your heart. It is what we do that determines what happens on the valley floor and for a big part of California. And so I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about the challenge we're up against, but really making sure that you know how deeply we are behind you as a group of central office leaders, as a superintendent representing a Board of Education who's been giving me very clear direction around what things need to be done when and how. So I want to talk about that. We are going to be welcoming back 73,000 plus students to our beautiful schools who will come to us. Those kids are going to come to us, 73,000 of them, and they're going to come to us each and every day, longing and looking for a better life, knowing that we in this room hold the key. They know it. That's why they're coming. It's the promise of education. Now, if we were talking about 87 in a class, grade-wise, most of our students, you would know what they say. Pretty good. Don't sweat me. Close to an A. I still got time. Whatever it is. Or, that's just damn good, leave me alone. Right? 87. But that's not what we're talking about with this number. In fact, I want you to see this number for what it is. It's actually an appalling number. It is a shocking number. It's breathtaking, and it's unnerving. That number for us in Fresno Unified, 87%, represents the percentage of our youth who come to us living in poverty. 87%. Now all of a sudden being that close to 100 doesn't look and feel so good. We know this intuitively. The number has moved around and it has actually gotten worse over time. And I'm not talking about students just into poverty. They're just on the line. If there was just a little bit more overtime in the household, the family would move out. We all know this in this room. The poverty we're talking about here is deep. It is all-consuming. It is abject. It is crushing. Now, 87% of our kids in those conditions, it's well over 63,000 kids. 63,000 come to us that way. No way we can walk past this morning as we get ready to take on what is the challenge of a lifetime, the challenge, candidly, on the planet to educate our youth. No way we can walk past it. It's something I want you to all think deeply about, ruminate on, and think about deeply as we head up to those days that start 15, 16, starting right now. But it does not mean, and it doesn't, well, I'll ask the question, does any of what I've said so far mean that our students can't do it or are not capable of doing high-level work when we put it in front of them?
No.
Doesn't mean it. I heard two? Really? Does it mean they can't do it? Okay, so this is a big deal for us because I know you believe it, and I know we have to do more to support you in getting there. But this is how I want you to view this as an opportunity. As twisted as it might sound, this deep and abject poverty has huge gaps for our youth. Huge gaps that we are called to help close. So as we think about these big gaps and the challenges that are so great, also think about the opportunity for growth and development of each and every one of those kids because of some of the gaps that they come to us with. The opportunity with your skill, your talent, your knowledge, your abilities as adults, as caring, wonderful people to pour into those kids how much more growth and development we can get from each and every one of them because they are so needy. That calls us to support one another in that work because that can be very tiresome and emotionally draining, certainly. But because it's pronounced, it's exactly why we should run toward it. The kids need us exactly to do that, and we can actually get more growth and development from our youth in doing that. If we orient toward our youth with that in mind, there's actually nothing we can't get done as a school district. We've continually shown this. When we focus, we get it done. But it's vital that we're sensitive enough to realize that many of our kids are coming with a host of these issues that absolutely are going to have the ability to affect their output. But because we're living in a city riddled with poverty, does not mean we can have a poverty of expectations. Because we live in a city of poverty does not mean we can have a poverty of expectations for our youth. I know you know it, I know you practice it, I know I want to say it out loud because I know that's how you're going to approach this come next Monday.